It was 11:47 p.m. when I reached the station. The last train home was scheduled for midnight. I almost missed it because of overtime at work. The platform was nearly empty. Just one old man sitting on a bench and a woman standing near the edge, staring at the tracks. The air felt strange. Too still. No wind. No distant city noise. Just silence. When the train finally arrived, the doors slid open with a loud metallic sound. I stepped inside quickly. The old man didn't move. The woman didn't turn around. I didn't see them board. Inside the train, the lights flickered once. There were only 3 passengers in my compartment. A man in a black hoodie sitting in the corner. A girl looking down at her phone. And a middle-aged woman staring straight ahead without blinking. I chose a seat near the window. The train started moving. At first, everything seemed normal. The usual rumbling. The faint vibration of metal against tracks. Then I noticed something. We passed the same signal light twice. I frowned. That wasn't possible. The train never loops back on this route. I checked my phone's GPS. No signal. That was odd. There's always signal on this line. The lights flickered again. This time longer. For a split second, the compartment went completely dark. When the lights came back on, the girl with the phone was gone. Her seat was empty. No sound of doors opening. No movement. Just gone. I felt my throat go dry. I looked around. The man in the hoodie slowly turned his head toward me. And smiled. His smile wasn't normal. It was too wide. Too still. Like it had been drawn onto his face. I quickly looked away. Maybe the girl had moved to another compartment during the blackout. That had to be it. I stood up, pretending to stretch, and walked toward where she had been sitting. Her phone was still on the seat. The screen was cracked. And there was a message open. "Don't look at him." My heart started pounding. The message wasn't typed. It looked like it had been written repeatedly. Over and over again. "Don't look at him. Don't look at him. Don't look at him." I slowly turned my head. The man in the hoodie was still watching me. Not blinking. The middle-aged woman suddenly spoke. "He notices when you look." Her voice was dry, almost whispering. I stared at her. "Who?" She didn't answer. The train lights flickered again. Darkness. Longer this time. I heard something move. Not footsteps. Something dragging. When the lights returned, the woman was gone. Only the man remained. And me. The train didn't stop. It kept moving through darkness outside the windows. But there were no city lights anymore. No buildings. Just blackness. The man stood up. Slowly. And started walking toward me. My body froze as he stepped closer. His shoes made no sound against the floor. It was like he wasn't even touching it. "Stay where you are," I said, my voice shaking. He tilted his head slightly. Then the train speakers crackled. Next stop. Nowhere. Static followed. My breathing became uneven. This wasn't real. It couldn't be. I rushed toward the emergency door between compartments. I pulled the handle. It didn't open. Locked. I turned around. The man was closer now. Too close. His smile faded. And his eyes. They were completely black. No white. No pupils. Just darkness. The train lights burst out, plunging everything into pitch black. I felt something cold brush against my shoulder. A whisper near my ear. "You stayed." The lights came back. I was alone. The man was gone. But something felt wrong. I looked at the window. Instead of my reflection, I saw the man standing behind me, smiling. I spun around. No one there. I looked back at the window. My reflection was normal again. Sweaty. Pale. Terrified. The train began to slow down. Finally. Relief washed over me. Maybe this was just some strange tunnel section. Maybe the train would stop at the next station. The announcement played again. Final stop. The doors opened. But there was no platform. No station. Just darkness outside. Thick, endless darkness. The doors stayed open. Waiting. The speakers crackled again. Passengers must exit. My heart pounded. I stepped back. I'm not getting off, I whispered. The lights flickered violently. The temperature dropped instantly. My breath became visible. The doors began to close slowly. Then suddenly stopped. Like something was blocking them from outside. A hand appeared in the gap. Long fingers. Too long. Pale. Gripping the door frame. I screamed and stumbled back. The hand slowly pulled away. The doors finally slammed shut. The train began moving again. But now I wasn't alone. I could feel it. Something had entered. The air changed immediately. Colder. Heavier. I didn't need to look to know something was standing behind me. I could feel its presence. I stared straight ahead. Don't look. That's what the girl's message said. Don't look at him. My breathing slowed. If I didn't look, maybe it couldn't see me. The train lights flickered once more. And I heard a voice. Soft. Right behind me. You weren't supposed to stay. Tears filled my eyes. I just wanted to go home, I whispered. Silence. Then laughter. Low. Echoing through the compartment. The train suddenly stopped. Hard. The doors opened again. This time, I saw my station. Normal lights. Normal platform. People walking. Everything normal. I didn't hesitate. I ran out. The doors slammed shut behind me. The train pulled away. I turned to look at it. For a second, I saw the man in the hoodie standing inside. Watching me. Smiling. The train disappeared into the tunnel. I checked the digital board above the platform. No record of a train arriving. No midnight service listed. Just empty schedules. And when I looked around, no one else seemed to notice anything strange. But sometimes, late at night, when I pass the station, I still hear the announcement. Next stop. Nowhere. Fire. Tried to forget that night. For weeks, I avoided the station after dark. I changed my work schedule. I told myself it was stress, exhaustion, imagination. People see strange things when they're tired. That's what I kept repeating. But then it happened again. One evening, I was scrolling through social media when I saw a post in a local group. Did anyone take the last train at midnight yesterday? My brother never came home. My chest tightened. The post included a photo. It was the same train. The same model. The same compartment layout. Dozens of comments followed. Some people said the midnight train service was discontinued years ago. Others claimed there had never been one at all. I felt cold. Because I had been on it. I checked the official railway website. No midnight train listed. No schedule. Nothing. I told myself to let it go. Until 3 nights later. At exactly 11:47 p.m., my phone vibrated. A notification. Unknown number. My hand started shaking as I opened it. One message. Next stop. I couldn't breathe. Another message followed. You left early. I dropped the phone. The room felt colder. Too quiet. Then I heard it. Very faint. Very distant. The sound of a train horn. But I don't live near any tracks. The vibration came again. One last message appeared on my screen. We saved your seat. Outside my apartment window, in the distance, I saw lights moving through the darkness. Like a train. But there were no rails. And deep down, I understood something terrifying. That train doesn't stop for everyone. Sometimes it comes back.